Yes, my dog's in Kendall. Donna. Yes, guys, Donna. Now, guys, we all live in a world where we have different opinions and believe different things, right? So maybe you're like a person that might be totally into LGBTQ, or totally into drag queens, or totally into trans people. Or maybe you're like a person that doesn't believe too much in religion, you don't believe in religion at all, or you think that women should have careers and have the best men in the world and not worry about how they act because they're trying to get a career so they can be independent. If you believe those things, or you believe the traditional things, and you think tradition is good, no ex till after marriage, all those things, um, there's nothing wrong with either one, right? Everybody's different. We all have different beliefs, and there's lots of other beliefs we can have too, right? Or a variation or combination of those things, right? So we all should be able to believe what we want, right? Now, with Candace Owens, I always talk about Candace Owens recently, but with Candace Owens, I think, in general, there's nothing that she's saying that's too bad. As soon as she goes on and says things that surprise you, she's like, she had a lesbian on her show one time, in her podcast, and she was very friendly to her, right? Or she had, she talked about a celebrity and said they're nice, but she just doesn't agree with them performing actually on stage to a certain degree, right? That kind of thing. So she does have a point where she's not making it totally about being against something, whatever. But I mean, in general, we can have a debate with someone. We don't have to be like, they believe this, I believe this, clash, right? I mean, Candace Owens seems like a really nice person, and obviously, if I was interviewed by her, which I don't think I would be, but if I was, maybe I will be one day. If I was, I don't think it would be a big deal, right? I mean, she has beliefs that I believe in sometimes, and the other beliefs I'm strongly against, right? But I mean, in general, we are all human. We all have thoughts and opinions about things, and sometimes it's okay to have a disagreement or not believe the same things. We're both successful. I mean, I'm not fully successful yet, but we're both successful. So I did have an interview with her. I'm my own person. She's her own person. We all, and like when you see the whatever clips, they all have an independent career. They're all doing well, right? So they know that in general, they are, um, they have the choice what they want to talk about, what they believe in, right? Because they're all successful. So they know that if they have a disagreement, they can just discuss it or feel like whatever. It's not a huge deal that they might be like, oh no, I don't believe in the same thing as Candace Owens. Well, not everybody does. Not everyone believes the same things that the OF girl thinks, right? So, we all have to believe what we believe, and we're not all going to believe the same things, and we can debate about it. We don't have to all agree on everything, right? And I think it's important to remember that not everyone is going to agree, not everyone's going to think the same things, but all in all, we are human, and the whole life experience for all of us is important that we are, that we are not feeling like, oh, I'm not happy with this, or I am, or whatever, right? Like we don't want to feel like, that a debate is going to crush us. I mean, we can all have differing opinions. The only thing that I disagree with, which Candace Owens doesn't really do that much with this, but like I mean, some people that make laws do this, and that's not good. But when you disagree with someone for what they're doing, like maybe drag queen, being a drag queen, right? There are some drag queens that are very modest, that don't do like very crazy, risque things, right? They're very modest and they don't really live the same lifestyle as maybe a very actual one would, right? I mean, everyone's actual, but every adult's actual, but not all of them perform the same, right? But some of them wear bikinis or bathing suits or whatever, and some of that. And if that's too much for someone, that's fine. They don't have to watch, right? But I think in general, people, like Candace Owens doesn't make the laws, right? So it's okay if she has disagreements or whatever. But when it comes time to making laws against that, that's where it's a problem, right? But anyway, totally enjoyed the show, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye now.